Are we live? Are we live? Are we good? Right. Let me sort this out. I'm just gonna roll a community post. You guys know the drill. Bear with me. Hope you guys are doing well. Ivan, what's good, brother? How are you? Good to see you, man. Very first. Bear with me. I'm just gonna roll a community post, get people flowing in here, and we'll get amongst it. Bear with me. Okay, let me just get the live link, and we are good. Big boss, how are you, bro? Johnny Walker. Oh shit, yeah, we can get into that. Showtime Pettis is here. What do you mean, bro? What happened to it? Sorry, yeah, I mean, we can go into the Johnny Walker stuff as well in a minute. Give me a second. I'm just going to get that community post in. Bang. Beautiful. All right. I can't believe the Johnny Walker shit, man. Crazy. I mean, it's honestly, what a whirlwind. We can't have a simple week, even when we don't have fights, you know? Even when we don't have fights, we have other shit like this going down. There was something, so apparently this stuff came out of him like cheating on his wife or something. And then there was a rumor going around that the person he was talking to was 15. And then now that's apparently been debunked, thankfully. Pretty crazy stuff. It's nuts, man. Honestly, all I ask is for one normal week in MMA, man. One normal week. Rematch with Benson Henderson. Oh, that's right, isn't it? Yeah, I saw that. Wonder if we can wind back the clock a little bit, huh? We'll have to wait and see. You know, Pettis has been in the game a long time, but he had quite a quick fall off, you know? Weekend was wild from HR, I know, man. I'm saying one normal week, bro. One. I mean, personally, all the Ian Garry stuff, like, I think it's a bit overblown, but hey, people have their opinions. And I know I don't agree with the stuff he's saying about trying to sue people. That's dumb as hell. But at the same time, I understand why he's pissed off, you know? I mean, pretty much the entire MMA community's been on his ass the whole week, you know? It would probably get on my nerves as well, you know? Hey, I don't know. I'm trying to find the best place to put my live chat. Because my phone camera's right. I just don't want to make sure I'm looking past you or anything. Hopefully you're okay like that. But yeah, I mean, we got a lot of, I mean, in terms of just pure fights, we got a lot of cool stuff to look forward to, you know? We've got UFC 296 coming up, 297 as well. Fuck it. All the new event, the next event's going 300 as well. UFC 300. Lots of cool stuff to look forward to. So hopefully we can put some of this drama behind us as an MMA community. And then we'll see how it goes. But hey, man, I don't know, man. Honestly, people get so caught up. They get so caught up with it, you know. Like in my Ian Garry video, I didn't. This was before all the book stuff came out. You know, I was mainly focused on just the fighting side of things. You know, of why his reputation's gone down the drain. But then all this stuff came out, which is just added to all of it. It's just compounded, you know. So who knows, man. Yeah, we got I mean 296. I can't wait, boys. I can't lie. As a self-proclaimed big Leon Edwards fan, I'm very excited. I think we're gonna see probably one of his best performances. I think Colby's in for a rough night, personally. I mean that cold card in itself is just when you think about it, it's stacked to the brim. Get it up again. I know we talked about it quite a lot, but honestly, my picks flip flop all the time. So I mean, Edwards Covington obviously speaks to himself. Rachmanov, Wonderboy. I've said I like Wonderboy in that fight. You know, I think Wonderboy's definitely got a good crack. Ferguson, Paddy, Pantoja, Royval, Luke, Garry. I mean, that press conference is gonna be fireworks. I can't lie. Very excited. Emmett Shikadze on the fucking prelims. Garbrandt, Brian Kelleher. It's man, and the fight night we got coming up as well. That's fucking nuts too. We talked about it on the podcast today. New episode is out, by the way. I actually need to put out a post for that. I'm gonna do that now. I mean that fight night, you could we said that could be a pay-per-view, that main card. It's insane. Just bear with, guys. Why isn't that showing up? I'll have to check in a minute, but yeah, I mean, the fight night's awesome. We got Andy Smith stepping in on short notice against Khalil Roundtree, which I don't think is going to go well for Smith. But honestly, in this day and age, who knows, man? Who fucking knows? What do you guys think, though? I mean, let me get that fight night up as well, actually. I mean, Darius Sarukian's fun as hell. Jalen Turner, Bobby Green on short notice. Font Figueiredo. I like Figueiredo in that fight. Gastelum, Sean Brady. You know, I mean, it's damn fun. I mean, Dan Hooker was meant to fight, obviously, but looking forward to it, man. Ian Garry's wife is his husband. Honestly, man, that whole drama is just, I feel like it's getting a bit blown out of proportion nowadays, but hey, I mean, people love drama, man. Justin versus Charles, we get a rematch. Yeah, I think we'll get it, to be honest. Well, I don't know, actually. It's all down to if Justin can, if Charles can take the belt off Makhachev, then that's the only fight you make is the Justin Charles rematch, absolutely. But honestly, I know you should just we should just stop doubting Charles, but I feel like Makhachev, I think he will beat him again. I feel like most people are gonna pick Makhachev in that fight, but hey, you doubt Charles and he wins pretty much all the time, so you know what I mean? So who knows in this game, man? Who knows? It could happen. No problem. As soon as his wife will have 50. What do you mean exactly by that? I'm trying to fucking link the new podcast episode, but it's just not showing up, which is fun. It just hasn't saved the privacy setting. I don't know. We'll sort it out. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, it's been a busy day today. We got some good work done. I was writing the MMA awards video for next month. Started on that. It's going to be a big video, so I'm planning ahead. So we've knocked out a good bit of that. Going to start on the video for this week. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So if you guys have any ideas, hit me with it. You know, I ended up doing a video on Pereira this week, which was fun. Any suggestions? I love taking, ideas from you guys. So in fact, a lot of the videos that have come out have actually been from some of you guys in the chat. So anything I appreciate. Gary's ruining his rep. I don't know, man. Yeah, with the suing stuff, I think so. But I think everything else is blown out of proportion. Say some fighters to research. Yeah, Gastelum's a great shout, man. You're doing it yourself. I love Kelvin Gastelum. I think he's underrated as hell. Arsenal play against, yeah, you know my opinion on that, man. I got Kelvin against Sean. Yeah, I like Sean Brady, but I feel Kelvin's welterweight Kelvin might be the birth of a new mythical fighter. Who knows? I'll have to wait and see. But he looked really, really good against Chris Curtis. So who knows, man? Excited. Very excited for Kelvin. I'm good, man. How are you, Mason? It's good to see you, brother. Long day today. I'm pretty fucking tired. But yeah, I'm here. Kelvin's a fat flyweight. he's a big dude. But he's not like he's not the way not the same way heavyweights are. He's in the heavyweights are fat. He's kind of just got that natural frame. And that's why I think that's why he's so successful. He's still got a lot of hand speed, like an Andy Ruiz kind of guy. Except Andy Ruiz is fat as fuck. Favorite mythical fight? I do like Deshaun Strickland right now. I'm very high on that. I like Deshaun Strickland is truly iconic. It just everything put together. He's probably my favorite right now. Oxygenated Duplessis actually maybe takes it as well. Just that's such a fucking good idea. Do you know what I mean? I love mythical fighters, man. I know it's all a bit of a piss take, a bit of a joke, but nah. Kelvin dropped middleweight. Yeah, he went to welterweight. No, I'm not crazy, right? Yeah, no, he was at middleweight when he fought Israel for the interim belt, but that was a while ago. Then he had a bit of a bad run. He lost to Till. Jack and Manson subbed him, I think. A couple of other ones in there. But no, he dropped a welterweight, didn't he? I'm not crazy, my guys. Am I about to get shown up right now? I feel like I am. Oh, it was at middleweight. He's dropping to welterweight though, isn't he? Yeah, sorry. My bad. Yeah, that's right. He's dropped to welterweight. I thought he did it in his last fight. My bad. He's doing it this fight, which is why I'm excited. Cracker retired. The thing is, it's true as well. He looked like a different breed against Whitaker, right? I'm not wrong. Okay, Bisping. Yeah, that fight should never have happened, though. That was rough to watch. I mean, I'm pretty sure Bisping just got choked out and beaten up by GSP like less than 3 weeks before that fight. Should never have sanctioned it. It's going to beat Strickland. He's got a very good chance, man. Who knows? Hate him what he did to Bisping. Nah, you can't hate him for that. It's part of the game. Bisping don't hate him. It's fights, man. It's the fight game. There's no disrespect between them two. That's the line. Obviously, if there's actual disrespect, then you've got something to argue. But you knock a guy out, man. You guys, it's what you sign up for, So I don't think you'd be too mad about it. But underrated. I think Kelvin is. Because he probably took the fight not knowing he had the commentary gig further down the road, won the last payday. Yeah, maybe. I think the thing is, he knew his time was up after that because I know his other eye he started having problems in his other eye, and he just knew. And to be honest, he knew he was at the tail end of his career anyway. But you say he wanted the payday, he would have been on his regular contract, which I'm sure would have been nice because he's been in the game for a long time. But he wouldn't have had pay-per-view points or anything because he wasn't the champ no more. So, I mean, he definitely got a nice bag from that GSP fight. Let's be honest, So I'm sure he's living good, And I'm happy for him, man. I'm happy he's living good. If anyone deserves it, it's him. I mean, that Dan Henderson and the GSP fight and the Rockhold fight probably paid him nice, man. Yeah, so I was saying, oh yeah, I'm sure he'd take it. But I know he's obviously the commentary gig's done really nicely for him. So obviously it's hindsight though, isn't it? But yeah, no, I'm happy for Mike, man. I mean, of course I am. He's a Brit, bro. I got to back him. It's good to see you boys, though. I wanted to get a stream in by the end of this week. Yeah, planning on really expanding length of videos, probably making them a bit longer. Putting more shift in onto one video, which just really going in depth. I'm maybe like 20-minute videos. I don't know. I'm not going to promise nothing yet. But we'll see. Honestly, it all depends on what I think's right. Like, I feel like for the Pereira video, I said what I needed to say in that time. And I don't want to bloat a video up if it doesn't need it, So, we'll have to see. But yeah, if you have any ideas for this week's video, please do suggest anyone you want me to cover. I mean, I won't promise anything again, but if there's any ideas I like, I'll definitely write them down. I've got a short list of stuff to do that I considered making, so we'll see. The Pereira video was good fun, and it was right timing. Same with the Ian Garry video. It was more about timing. Like, they're in the conversation right now, I mean, Ian Garry, I managed to in hindsight, ended up getting ahead of it by the scheme of things because it just got more shit just kept coming out, Top 5 most padded records. Yeah, but I feel like there's not much you could. Yeah, we get a lot of shit, but I feel like there's only so much you can really say about it, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to go properly in depth, I mean, who would you even put in that as a shortlist, just off the top of your head? Like, top of most padded records. You know what? I might get some flack for this. If someone's strictly UFC, so yeah, you can say Khabib, but in the UFC, his record ain't padded at all. But it's only in the UFC. I don't know, man. I feel like Usman. Is that a rogue shout? Like, sure, he beat Covington twice, but they were close fights. And Masvidal, those wins against Masvidal don't do nothing for me. As crazy as that knockout was in the second one. I don't think, I don't know. Maybe that's a bit harsh on Usman. And I like Usman. And I think he deserves his respect, but maybe he wouldn't make top 5. But I do think his resume is a little bit overrated. Matt Brown, Donald Cerrone. I mean, yeah, they're OGs, man. They definitely ain't got padded records. Oh, that's a good one, though. Padded records in terms of... I think it's because the UFC, I feel like everyone's pretty good, right? So it's hard to get really guys who actually have padded resumes in the UFC. Masvidal short husband. Yeah, I know, but money talks, man. Masvidal was at his peak of his sort of popularity. It made no sense not to do that fight, RDA, Woodley, Colby 2, Masvidal 2, and Burns. Yeah, maybe I'm a bit harsh. Yeah, I'd take that. I'm more just looking at the Masvidal things. Yeah, I mean RDA, at the time was a great win. Woodley was a good win at the time. The Colby wins are pretty good too. It's just the Masvidal ones. Yeah, I take it back, man. That's harsh, man. Casual take from me. I'd like to formally apologize for that one. Yeah, I mean the Burns wins are underrated actually. I'd say O'Malley's is pretty padded, but they treaded very carefully with O'Malley, and they've done the right thing because now. Yeah, I mean, hang on, okay, I'm still working. Yeah, I mean, O'Malley, he had a lot of, he fought a lot of cans. That was his reputation, though, wasn't it? For Sean, it was like he was a bit of a can crusher back in the day. And then they finally gave him that yarn fight, and it was like, okay, big test. And then he actually proved that he can hang at that level. So fair play to him. Big fan of Burns. Yeah, who isn't, man? Burns my favorite fighter. Yeah, he's just a G, man. Nice dude, respectful, game as hell. I feel sorry for him in that Bilal fight. I think it was a bit of a poison chalice taking that because I think it was on short notice, and obviously he dislocated his shoulder or something, didn't he, or his arm or something like that. It's just unfortunate, but yeah, it's he'd be one of the best to not get a belt if that ends up being how it goes. Yeah, I'm only set for goal for the contender series. Yeah, I mean they did the right thing with him. They nurtured him, but at the same time, I mean they pushed him at the right time. In credit to UFC, everyone thought maybe they were just holding him back, but they waited until he was mature enough to take that fight. Because if they rushed him too early, they did the same mistake with Darren Till. That was the big mistake they made with Darren Till, was they pushed him far too early, and look where Till ended up. So I think if they took time with Till, built him up, not just in terms of the stardom and the showbiz side of things, but also as a fighter. I think that would have been, maybe we would have seen a world where Till would have won the title. Who knows, man? I know you wouldn't say that now, but it's again MMA. You never know, man. I mean, there's a lot of fighters like, especially with the contender series now. You look, we're getting so many guys sort of coming through there now on these cheap ass contracts and then rising up to be stars. So, as you say, Scrubs, just right now, you just say the lightweight curse is over now with Pereira. I hope so, but I would just make a point there. You've got guys like Jamal Hill coming through. He was from the contender series. He's homegrown from the UFC, really, if you want to call it that. First contender series champion ever. I think Jamal Hill beats him personally. So about a curse in terms of vacating and injuries, who knows, man? As I just said, it's MMA. But no, I actually think Jamal Hill beats him, to be honest. I do. I don't think that's a wild take. I think that fight's closer than people say. I wouldn't be surprised if Pereira knocks him out, but again, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes either way. I think it's a very close fight. Stylistically, I like it for Jamal. Who knows, man? It's a fun one. It's definitely a fun fight. Two lanky-ass dudes with great kickboxing. What's not to love? Probably going to get a knockout. Jamal will be next most hated channel. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think people hate Jamal Hill. I think people hate his tattoos. I don't think people hate him though. I think he's kind of neutral. He's just there. He's just there, and he does a good job. Pretty fun to watch. If you can, by the way, guys, liking the stream would be fucking awesome. It means more people would be flowing in it. So if you could do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. Is the end of Prime Vault? Maybe, man. Honestly, it definitely could be. I think the more we get closer to that fight with Topuria, the more I'm leaning towards Topuria. And I really don't want to pick against Volk. I really don't, because I love Volk, man. He's one of my favorite fighters, and I've said, you know how much I've said here so many times on stream to just appreciate the greatness, man. But that, yeah, as you say, that head kick was a big blow, man, and it can hit you psychologically as much as it can, like, physically. So combine that with his age, you know. I know Volk's got less mileage generally speaking compared to most guys in MMA, considering he started later. But at 35, that's where the speed starts to go, you know, at featherweight. You know, if anything, he's pushing his luck as it is. So it's more impressive that he's hanging at this level. But is it enough to keep the belt? Is the question. We got a young and hungry dogs like Topuria coming through. I don't know, man. It's a tough one. It's a really tough fight to call. A really, really difficult fight to call. I actually think there's a good chance Topuria might come in as a betting favorite by the end of it. You know, before right as we come to that close to that fight. Who knows? 'Cause I think it's so close to call. I just think it's Topuria's time. It might be. Belfort didn't want to break John Jones's arm. Oh shit, that's too old for me, man. I know what you're talking about. That's a long time ago. Before my time. Yeah, he came close on the armbar. Yeah, I mean, for the Volk thing though, it's we all know when we know at the end of the day, like the passing of the torch will happen. It's inevitable. You don't retire on top of in this game. So whether we see Volk or not prevail, a good chance he loses his next one. It's just how it is. How do you think Volk go against other lightweight contenders? I don't know. If you asked me that last year, I'd probably say better, but who knows these days? After that knockout from Makhachev, I don't know. I think he does well against most of them because he's just a freak athlete. You know, his frame really lends itself to such a success everywhere. So I think you do quite well. No, he wouldn't win a belt, obviously. And I'm not just saying that because Makhachev's there. I just don't think he can hang at that level at lightweight forever, in his age now. So, but I think you do well. If you notice, by the way, guys, for the regulars of the stream, we've upgraded the camera. Hopefully, my image looks a lot crispier. For those who were here last stream, it was there, but if you weren't there, nice. It's just my phone, but it was better than a shitty little webcam. So hopefully, my image is looking a lot better, and I can actually my beautiful facial features are defined. I'm joking, but yeah, it is an improvement. But yeah, Volk at lightweight would be interesting. Obviously, I know we've only seen it against Makhachev, which is a shame, but. I mean, let me get the rankings up real quick. Who would he beat there? Let's have a look. Because lightweight is about as stacked as it's gonna get. I mean, Gaethje, Poirier, Dariush, Chandler. I think he beats Chandler. I don't. It's a tough one though. These guys, they're big dogs in there, you know. Dariush, I think he beats Poirier. I think he beats. Fuck it, why not throw him in there? Speaking of Poirier, I think he's coming to the end of his career as well. Islam's big, yeah, man, huge. Volk loses his belt. I hope he gets some big names at lightweight. I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, you know, it was really eye-opening. Yeah, it doesn't change his legacy at all. I know, of course it doesn't. He's one of the best ever. Yeah, he deserves the bag, of course. But it was really eye-opening after that when he lost to Makhachev the second time. That you're saying he struggles without fighting. That was a worrying sign for me because it's like I think even he knows his days are numbered, right? And he wants to continue, but the body just will not let you at a certain point to stay at that top level. It just won't. And I think that day's coming for Volk. So whether it's in February or not, we'll have to wait and see. But I don't know, man. I worry for him. I do. Gage is so good. Yeah, fun as fuck to watch. Getting to watch that Fiziev fight live in person was fucking awesome, man. I'll never forget it. No, Poirier is no really big name for him to fight. It's a weird one. I know they were looking at and he nearly got the 294 fight on short notice. But I don't think he ended up getting it. But I think he got the call for it. I mean, yeah, who do you give him? He's got to fight down, I think, after that loss. Gamrot, maybe? Fiziev? I know Fiziev's out injured, though. But Poirier's still might take some time off. Who knows, man? I would have said maybe Sarukian, but he's fighting Dariush now, isn't he? Yeah, I mean, Dariush they're fighting Saturday, so who knows, man? Maybe the winner of that. I don't dislike that at all. Yeah, fuck it. The winner of Dariush Sarukian, give him to Poirier. Good name value. So they're fighting up, really, in a way. Tony Fung is the best MMA and Garry. I mean, I love watching both of those guys fight. But yeah, refreshing. That's a good way of putting it, man. As a Brit, Joe, Tony was a Paddy Tony, bro. You know, I feel bad because Paddy subscribed to my channel and commented on, I think it was my Mythical Fighters video. I'm not sure. One of them. I don't know. Which was kind of crazy. But then I don't really like Paddy, so... I didn't mind it, but then after all the 282 stuff happened, it kind of just spoiled the broth a little bit. But I don't mind. You know, I don't like the way he's been acting, but at the same time, if he, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if he's able to string some wins together and people forget very quickly. He has very short-term memories in this game. So I want Tony to win. I expect Paddy to win it, but I want Tony to win. But age is always a huge factor. So for me, I think Paddy gets it done. Youth will be on his side. But yeah, Tony just looks old as fuck in there. Name another guy that's looked like, not just like past it, like in terms of physically, but you just look how slow he is. He looks like an old man. It's kind of worrying. So I don't know. I don't fancy Tony's chances, and I definitely want to put some money on it. There's God, ready to preach his religious wisdom, bro. How are you? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I mean, Tony's done, and I hope he loses for just for his own good. I hope he loses. You know, I think it's just not healthy. If he wins, I said this the other week. If he wins, he'll be deluded into thinking he's actually still got it when he really doesn't. So, got to see on a Sunday. It's also his day off, or he's extra busy on this day. That's true, actually. How does that work for God? Yeah, I don't know. Chandler KO's Tony. Oh, mate, yeah, that front kick. One of my favorite knockouts. I think that year, that was knockout of the year, wasn't it? Really, it was that or the Molly McCann spinning elbow for me. Those two knockouts were far and clear the best of the year. And I thought I saw the Molly McCann one live in person as well, which was fucking nuts. But that Chandler one was too good to ignore, wasn't it? It was just crazy, especially doing it to a guy like Tony who'd never been KO'd like that. You know. How do you destroy Tony? I think he probably does, man. It's just the age thing, as I said. He's going to have that on his side. Tony looks old. He looks done. Yeah. It's going to be a rough one for him. Very short. Is kick him, dude. You need to about the kick. The Paddy. Sorry, the Chandler kick. It's a difficult one to fucking pull off. When's the last time you've seen a front kick like that? Paddy Benoit will be a nice matchup, though. What? Do you want to see an execution or some shit? Jesus. I mean, yeah, it'd be a nice matchup for Benoit. Fucking hell. I mean, Benoit's got to fight higher than that now, though. His stock's too high for that. Is he? Yeah, he's number 11 now, isn't he? Shit. You know what? I'll tell you what. Give him Dan Hooker. I know Dan Hooker's just out injured, but I think the timelines will line up. Tell me that's not fun as fuck, no? Benoit, Saint-Denis versus Dan Hooker. Makes sense for the rankings. Dan Hooker's at 8. Benoit's at 11. I think that's a fucking barn burner. Maybe give him Fiziev when he comes back. I don't know. Battle of the Brits versus the French. Yeah, do a whole card of that. Headline with Aspinall gone. Why not, eh? That'd be a cool one, wouldn't it? Do it in fucking either in London or Paris. Fuck it, it'd be awesome. I think that's great fun. I don't think Garn deserves the title shot, but maybe down the line that makes sense as a main event. Could happen though. If Aspinall has to defend his interim title, you know, because Jones is still out, then maybe they do that. Well, guys like Tony and Chandler that can grapple. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good grapplers, but I think guys like Tony and Chandler, they're able to blend it in very nicely with their striking. Problem with Chandler is he's willing to throw the fight IQ and game plan out the window in favor of just having a great fight, which as a fan is fucking class to watch. It's so much fun watching Mike fight, but there's, you know, he probably could have finished Dustin Poirier if he, you know, was a little bit more, just used his brain a little bit more. He hurt Poirier early on in that fight. Could have finished him and didn't because he was just he wanted that highlight reel finish, you know, and he lives for that, you know. So it's not going to change him. But where you been past few days? I've been working, man. I just haven't been streaming. I was going to stream yesterday and then I just didn't. So I was like, let's just do it today instead. But yeah, working on the MMA awards video. You'd be pleased to know, mate, is in full force as of today. I'm going to do that. I'm planning ahead for next month. It's going to be a big video. But I started writing that today. Smashed out like 1,500 words of it. Got the podcast done as well. But yeah, if you guys have any video ideas, as I said, for next week's video, I wouldn't mind one because I can't think of one. I've been struggling with ideas recently, so that would be cool. But yeah, been working at it, man. Pereira video did good, so I'm happy. What was he written so far? I done best card. I've only done a handful. I've done best card, and I've done is it knockout? Did I do best knockout? Oh, biggest upset I did. Wins over Jamal Hill and Ankalaev, but loses to Ozdemir. What, Paul Craig? Yeah. Biggest meme in the game, man. Best Arsenal UFC. Who would you pick then? Just engaging in Dustin and getting very boring. Nah, they're not. What do you mean? No, I agree that Dustin doesn't deserve to be where he is in the rankings, but they're not boring to watch. Let's not get that twisted at all. Just engaging in Dustin Poirier are fun as fuck. I'm always there to watch them fight. Let's not get it twisted. You a cutie. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Julio. Good to see you, bro. My phone camera is picking up my beautiful facial facets, if that's the word. Herb Dean. Herb Fault. Every time. Frankie's wrong. Yeah, well, they're always wrong. It doesn't matter, bro. What's happening with Ian Garry now? I don't really... Honestly, I'm kind of over it now. I think it's all been blown out of proportion. I think people are just blowing it out of proportion because they don't like Ian Garry as is, because of the whole Conor McGregor comparisons, and they're just finding it, and because he's quite polarizing on the mic, people are just trying to find a reason to hate him. So I don't know. Luke Rockhold or Tracy Cortez? Well, it depends, you know, which way I'm going. I mean, Luke Rockhold's hairline begs to differ, so I probably not. I probably wouldn't say Luke. McGregor side. Yeah, I get what you're saying. That's why people don't like him as a whole. That was the crux of it, wasn't it? Well, God, what's good, Triple? Good to see you again, bro. I hope the channel's going well. I hope you're doing good, bro. Yeah, I mean, I think, as I said, I think the Ian Garry stuff is just blown up, you know. Prime like Rockhold was a Greek god. Yeah, back when he had hair. Back when he had hair. And the thing is, he just had all of those embeddeds and stuff. He just have his shirt off everywhere, just because he you know. The thing is, with a guy like that, what are you gonna do? You're gonna say, "Oh, mate, put his shirt back on." There's that guy who did that, one of the embeddeds, I think, for 199, and then he just stands there. But like, you wouldn't do that to a fighter because they could beat the fuck out of you. Like Rockhold could beat, like, you could have his shot off whatever he wants, and then he just beat the hell out of you if you try and protest. So fair play to that one kid who did that. Yeah. I mean, I think Rockhold still has it on the feet, man, but fight game catches up to us all. Undefeated Wyman won against Machida and Silva. Did he beat Machida? I do not know about that. Probably did, right? Oh shit, he did. Yeah, back in 2014. Fair enough. I'll hold that. I'll hold that L. Yeah, press conference of Colby in and Parry. Man, I can't wait. The levels of cringe. No, the thing is, I think it's going to surpass that like level of being awful and being it would just be hilarious. I can't wait for it personally. I don't know how Leon's going to fit into all of that, but it's going to be fucking carnage. Video of Alex Pereira's kid scaring him. I fucking love that video. Alex literally looks like he's about to deck him. Like we discussed the cock or Garrett. We've touched on it, man, a little bit. Big up, what's good? What's good, Tom? How are you, bro? I'm being used by parasitic swings. Mate, honestly, it's above my pay grade at this point. I don't care enough about it. It's his personal life. People, you know, he can do what the fuck he wants, man. I care about what he does, you know, in the fight game, really. That's what I'm actually asked about. Who knows? You know, he's got a fight coming up. Luque, it's going to be a fun one. I think he beats Luque. As much as people probably don't want him to. I do think he will beat Luque. And I think maybe fucking throw him Shavkat or some shit, man. I don't get the yeah, I don't get it. It's his life, man. I don't. Yeah, he can do what he wants. A lot of it's blown out of proportion like crazy as well. Like, a lot of it's just straight up not true. Like the whole shit about him taking his his wife's ex-husband's last name isn't true, but everyone says it. Same with him, his ex-wife's husband living with them, which also isn't true. People just like to make fun and blow it up, you know, and it's just blown up into a bit of a shit post and a meme. So into something that's more than it is. But is he future champ? Yeah, maybe, because he's only 26. He's got plenty of time. So yeah, I think he definitely can be. As much as people probably don't want that now. How are we doing, Brits? Good to see you, brother. I hope you like the rest of that video. A lot of fun to make fun of. Yeah, I mean, it's easy. It's an easy punching bag. So I feel like you've got to be able to take that sort of banter. You know, as much as some of it is over the line, it's calling for suing somebody, low blow from Ian. And I like Ian, to be honest, as a whole. I quite like him. But trying to threaten to sue someone ain't it, man. It's the fight game. DC said it best. You can't go about like trying to sue people, you know? It's it's the fight game. It's a different thing. Same way you don't go around assaulting people like Masvidal did to Leon, you know? There's lines you don't cross in the fight game, shit like that. Every video is great. Also, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you liked it. I was pretty proud with how it turned out. I had to adapt it because it was an old script, which I ended up finishing. It was like half finished, and I had to change it to my new style because obviously I've evolved as a creator. So it was an interesting challenge, but yeah, it was good in the end. I was very happy with it. The whole joke with the mugshot t-shirt and now it's crime back super, but yeah, exactly. I mean, I feel like that's fine. That in itself is fine. I don't think that you're riding the line a little bit thin. So I understand the criticism, but yeah, it's a big difference between that and suing somebody. Yeah, Garry thinks he's Logan Paul. He's a character, man, and in a way, you need guys like that. So I'm not mad about it. I don't want to see Justin versus Dustin. I mean, it's already happened. I'd love them to rematch personally. I think it'd be. I mean, oh wait, no, they already did. Justin knocked him the fuck out. What am I talking about? I didn't want to see it. Yeah, I mean, it was sad to see Dustin getting KO'd as a result. I like both guys. So, but seeing Dustin getting flattened like that was quite hard to watch. I have to say. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you want my prediction, just for my 2 cents on Garry, I think but I'd be surprised to see him fighting a top 5 pretty soon. I think he'll make short work of Luke, to be honest. I really do. I don't think that's a hard one to call. Arman Darius, that is a hard one to call though. Still torn on that one. I picked Arman on the podcast, and I've been thinking about it recently. I don't know, man. Just don't know with it. Such a difficult one to pick. But I'll probably Arman because I just like the youth. Liner, and he's very relentless. Good cardio. Liner funny disrespect of MMA. Yeah, it's true. It all depends on if you like my fans. Yeah, exactly. You know, as I said, I said this on the podcast as well. If you put someone else in Ian Garry's shoes with all the stuff he says, and if that was McGregor saying that shit on the microphone, people would be lapping it up. This is what I mean. So, apples and oranges, you know. Green Turner. Oh, there you go. You guys both hungry. Turner, man. I know it's on short notice, but Turner's a freak athlete, man, in terms of his frame and everything. I think Green will struggle with the range. As crafty as Green is, man, and he's got that vet experience, you know. I'm really high on Jalen Turner. The record doesn't really do him justice. MMA community just loves to hate. Yeah, exactly, bro. Adesanya now, Garry. Yeah, it is funny at times, but then it kind of gets overdone and they push it too far. Like right now, it's gone too far. Like there's a big thing with like a little bit bad and then just acting like something's like the truth when it quite clearly isn't. That would piss me off if I was Garry and his you know, but like they're like harassing like them on Instagram and shit all the time. It's like that's a bit. That's why I didn't really want to cover it too much in terms of like I did the Ian Garry video, but it's 99% of that is just about him in the fight game, which I think that's perfectly fine to go into, you know. But I don't like to delve. As I said in the video, I made an explicit point not to delve into the personal stuff because I just don't really care that much. When things in the Sebastian video, a little bit weird, yeah. But apparently I missed. I know it was kind of out of context. Like it was just in the vibe of the interview, and they're just because the interview's always like that. So I wasn't, a little bit weird, but whatever. Clearly, it's just a joke. Makachev versus Oliveira Gaethje. Yeah, I mean they'll do Oliveira first. I think Gaethje deserves the shot, but hey, they'll do one after the other either way. Whoever wins. So, who do I prefer though? There's a fight Gaethje just because Oliveira's already happened. So. Same as Cyril, you don't want to grapple a little bit and be a champion adaptation. Justin was afraid to grapple Charles. I don't think he was. I think Charles just... Actually, no, to be fair, he was, but... Not afraid, it's just a smart thing to do. Why would you want to grapple with someone the one who's got the most submissions in UFC history? No brainer. If you grapple, you can bring different things to the table. Well, of course, being well-rounded is like a key to success in this game. You can't be one-dimensional in the UFC, not in modern MMA anymore. You could get away with it back then. Now you can't. That's just it. The level's raised, guys. It's the bar. Oliveira on top, I hope, man. It'd be fucking awesome to see him lift that belt again. Hey, I mean, beating Makachev's a big arse now. Makachev's really hitting his stride now. The way he beat Volk like that, you know, this is the best we've ever seen him. So, who knows? Worst scrap of all time, Punk doesn't count. I mean, no one's like that bad. You gotta understand, even the people who look bad in grappling in the UFC are still elite level, man. Like Molly McCann, like you can laugh all you want about that mistake she made, which gave Stoliarenko that armbar. But then she went to go and she went and fought a Polaris the other week and pulled off a really slick armbar, and now just got a purple belt. Like she's still a very, very good grappler. Like she would kick my ass. So PFL merge better. They have merged, man. Well, I know it's not like I know there's still Bellator's still staying around for a couple of years or so, right? But they're doing a PFL versus Bellator Champions thing, which I'm loving. I watched a bit of PFL the other night for the championships, the $1 million fights. It was awesome. Impa Kasangane getting that $1 million after that, getting knocked out by Joaquin Buckley like that in the UFC, getting cut. Look at what a fairy tale story, man. I'm really liking PFL recently. Sammy, what's good, bro? How are you? Good to see you, man. I appreciate you. Charles has one title events. No, he's got more than one. He's got oh shit, hang on. Are you no? Who did he beat? Poirier. The Poirier one definitely counted. Shit. No way he's only got one title defense. That's cap. Who am I missing? I'm not talking about the Gaethje fight because I know that one didn't count. Who? No way he's only got one. No, what? That's not true, right? Oh my god, it is. What the fuck? Mad. Oh, I take that back. Jesus. Wait, it was there more than that. Damn, we got 12 people in here. Let's go. Good to see you, everybody. Oliver needs to teach press and ground game. I mean, the thing is, it's so difficult to learn that late like that is. I mean, his ground game's definitely improved. His stand-up ability to get back up really impressed me against Garry. What do you think about Wonderboy versus Shavkat? I think Wonderboy's... I know they're getting him to retire on L, but I like Wonderboy on the feet, man. I think there's a very good punt there. I think Shavkat's fight IQ is a big question mark. He showed massive problems with it against Jeff Neal. Nearly got rocked. We did get rocked, but he relies on his chin too much, man. I really, really like Wonderboy in that fight. If as a decent punt, I think Shavkat will probably win it, but if it stays on the feet and Shavkat doesn't take it to the mat, I actually think Wonderboy has a good chance of beating him, and I don't think that's crazy. Jones versus France, is that happening? No, man. I just don't think it will. I think Jones will be long gone before that happens. Garnacho goal? Yes, mate. Absolutely filthy. All right, dude, go bounce the class. That's all right. Love, man. Peace. Thanks for checking out the channel. Yeah, it's all good, man. Go subscribe to Triple MMA, guys. He's just starting out. Be out there in no time, man. Vice Cook, yeah, crazy, man. Wonderboy's 40. Yeah, I know he's 40, but he still looks good on the feet, man. I know that's weird, but where you can hang around a little bit longer, and I know he's pushing it even by that stance. But yeah, Bricks, you're right. He has that dog in him. I'm looking forward to that fight. I think he might surprise some people. Again, equally, I think Shavkat, the way MMA history is, Shavkat will beat him. But I think if the odds are good, I might put a little punt on Wonderboy to get a finish. I know that's crazy, but I know Shavkat's chin might crack. You never know. Dream fight that was maybe got cancelled. You wish to have another time. I mean, the obvious answer is Ferguson Khabib, right? Like 6 times that got cancelled, but oh no, I take that back. For me personally, Edwards Masvidal. I stand by that Masvidal faked an injury to get out of that fight. I really do. I think Leon would have dog walked him because Masvidal was conveniently fine very quickly after he got after that. I don't think Masvidal wanted any of that smoke because at the time Leon had no name value. And I think Masvidal knew that the risk was, he didn't have long left in the game, and taking that Leon fight was a massive risk at the time. And then of course, convenient, as soon as Leon wins the belt, he's coming out of the woodwork calling for the fight. What a bum, honestly. But that pissed me off because I was so hyped for that because after the whole 3-piece in the soda, I felt so bad for Leon and that whole shit. Even though these Masvidal like meat riders calling for 3-piece in the soda. And I wanted to see Leon beat the shit out of him. It's crazy that fight didn't happen with that narrative that it was ridiculous. Probably don't want to fight Usman. I mean, he did. He fought him twice, man. I don't think he's scared of Usman. Till next time, that's all love, man. Go be judges tonight. Go get a triangle for me, yeah. I want you reporting back. I want a triangle or a DARS from you, okay? Good luck. Hope the sparring goes well. Hope you don't get injured. Rematch Pappy Steakhouse in Miami. Yeah. Looking back at we dread at the time, Cyborg Ronda at the time. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's hindsight. At the time, it makes perfect sense. I mean, Ronda was in the ascendancy, man. What? Fuck it. I mean, it wouldn't not have gone well. DC, yes, sir. Good. Report back, bro. You better let me know when you're back in it next time. Let me know. I want to hear all about it. I want to hear those triangles, man. My favorite sub back when I could actually train regularly, but I will get back eventually in time. I do miss the mats. I can't lie to you. A lot. I need it in my life. Cyborg's such a badass name. Yeah, it is, man. It's good, yeah. It's a bit weird. I mean, I feel like with Korean Zombie it works better, but I feel like just changing your name, your actual name, rather than having just the nickname is a little bit weird, but I'm nitpicking. Oh, the camera quality is looking alright. Because I had to zoom in a little bit because my green screen crops at the sides because it's too small. Hopefully it looks okay. So the pitch quality is probably just a bit less than 1080p. I hope it looks pretty good on my end. I hope YouTube is doing it justice. Thoughts on the Usman Magomedov situation with the PD stuff? I don't know, man. I mean, it's bad, isn't it? He got bagged, didn't he? You know, he got caught. That's it. You're cheating. You're cheating. Wait, no. Is it Usman Magomedov? No. No, yeah, it is Usman. Sorry. I always get mixed up between Usman and Umar. Yes, it is Usman, isn't it? Yeah. I not a good look, gotta say. Married Chris Cyborg. Bro. I don't think that's true, but each to their own, bro. If that's what you want to, if that's your fantasy, who am I to judge, man? Just, yeah, she scares the shit out of me too, man. Probably the one woman I wouldn't want to fight. Honestly, she would. After, you know, when you spar with like even just like regular people, like she's a freak of nature, man. I would be terrified to get in the cage with her. Fuck that. Respectfully, I get the shit beaten out of me. Cross the road. Okay, that's a bit harsh. In the cage though, you wouldn't pay. You have to pay me a lot to get in a cage with her. I'll tell you that much. But I just try and take it to the mat because then even if she like sprawls or something, she'll just end up trying to sub me or some shit. Actually, no, Cyborg wouldn't do that. What am I talking about? She would beat the shit out of you. She sprawl, move to your back, and then just start smashing your head in. Imagine about Alex Pereira. Yeah, she really is. Got that Brazilian tenacity, man. That's probably how I describe it. I mean, who's she? How many wins in a row has she got now? She just keeps winning. Has she lost since that Nunes fight? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think she has. Yep, she literally hasn't. Wow. And almost all of them finishes except from 2. So, and that's how many wins in a row is that? 7 in a row. Wow. Fucking hell. She's defended the Bellator featherweight championship 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. She's just too good, man. Freak of nature, man. Wanderlei with a dress, yeah. That's an out of pocket comment from Dana. I gotta say, man. Out of pocket, man. Like, let me see. Who are the standard of like opponents she's actually facing here? Like, they're not great. Like, Kat Zingano's a good win, to be fair. But yeah, like Kat Zingano was on a 4-fight winning streak. Like, you can't dispute that. But like Arten Bianco, I've never even heard of. She's 4-4. She was 3-4 before that. Sorry, 4-3. And like the other one before her was 7-4. Like, they're not crazy wins, you know. Like Felicia Spencer, she got dog walked by Nunes, I remember. Bro, she fought Amanda Nunes after winning 1 fight, bro. 1. Man, featherweight division in the UFC was actually in the trenches, man. Jesus. Actually in the trenches. Well, it looks like he'd got defrosted some of the Alziani. Doesn't he? He actually does. He looks... Yeah. Him and... Who's that guy? Who's the guy that fought recently? The Kyrgyzstani guy that everyone was taking the piss out that looked like he looked like a Neanderthal. No offense to him. He's a killer athlete, man. I don't remember his name. He fought recently. I think he made his debut, but it was a very impressive performance. He gives me that same energy. UFC has never started as MMA organizations in the US, or is Japan just dominating? I mean, I'm sure it would have happened sooner or later. I don't know, actually. Because it was Japan. It's kind of weird how popular it is there. So maybe you're right. Yeah, Corano is beautiful. Yeah. Not my type, personally, mate. Evolution Live. Yeah. But I'm going to make... Hang on. Let me have a look at a picture of that. I need to find the name of that other guy. You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you guys know who I'm referencing? He fought literally the other week on the fight night. I can't find this. I know which one you're talking about, but I can't find it. Shara Bullet. No, not him. But He is very talented. Wanderlei really devolved. How many? He went on a rough losing streak, didn't he? He's one of those. He just refused to quit. Back in his day, he was a killer, man. How many? Yeah, he went on a big losing. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, his record was just quite sporadic. The occasional win thrown in there, to be fair. But in his prime, he was a beast. And then when he was in the UFC, it wasn't really him. It wasn't really him anymore. Back when he was in he had like one fight in the UFC before, but when he was in a couple of fights, but then later on in his career when he fought, just basically win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Nothing crazy. Speaking of Japan, thoughts on Tetsuya Taira? Taira? Yeah, I love him, man. I think he showed a bit of frailty and weakness in his last fight, but I believe it was his last fight. But he's still young in the game, man. But very, very talented. I'm really excited to see where he goes. Another great fighter for flyweight, man, because you just can't. Flyweight's so underrated. I go on about all the time, but it is. Crocop was Wanderlei Alex Ojiri. I mean, I said it in the video. I think it might beat it. I had to mention Crocop Wanderlei. I do love the Crocop one. I can't lie. I think Alex Ojiri, even with recency bias, maybe doesn't beat it. Crocop Wanderlei Silva is just an iconic stare down. I fucking love that. Stone cold from Mirko, And that's both of them in their primes, Awesome. That was not steroids there. Because, oh, mate, I'm sure there was, mate. You kidding me? Rob didn't also have success. You're not in the UFC, yeah. I mean, no, he did, just not, not to the same level as he did in his Pride era. Of course he wouldn't. I mean, he was older. He got head kicked by Gonzaga. That's a fucking nutty knockout. Fences does Montoya get? I think he beats Royval. And then let's have a look at the roster. Consult the holy sort of record books. I mean, who would you put him against? Let's say he beats Royval. I mean, Albazi seems like the logical shout. Manel Karp could throw his name in the hat with a win or two. Makayev as well. I don't know. I like Pantoja a lot. Yeah, I'm quite high on him. I do think he's going to sit at flyweight on the throne for quite a while. Weird, isn't it mad? I always think this is crazy that Moreno doesn't have a single title defense. Pretty fucking crazy, isn't it? Kimbo, Derek Lewis wins. Kimbo never really trained properly in his life. Weight class, such a boring one. What, flyweight? No way, brother. Flyweight's awesome. Flyweight's so fun to watch. I'll take a flyweight main event any day over two fat heavyweights just slugging out and getting gassed within a minute. If you watched the fight night the other week, that Mick Parkin fight versus that Brazilian dude, one of the shittest fights I've ever seen. It was so shite. Just gassed out after a minute. So fucking boring. Like, it was awful. Honestly, just brought shame to MMA in terms of as a fight. Flyweight's so fun to watch every time because you get everything. You're gonna get high-paced striking, high-paced grappling, and the scrambles. You don't get scrambles like that at any other division because it's so frantic and their frames are so light they can move like no other, and it's awesome. Like, just go watch some clips from that. Anything from the Figueiredo Moreno quadrilogy, man. There's that little grappling exchange where Moreno tripod sweeps him, and then Figgy jumps the guillotine. And it's just this little sequence of grappling, which is just, you will not get any other divisions. You just don't. I love it, man. I love flyweight. And, there's a lot of guys with good knockout power there too. It's awesome. DC and Triple C situation. Have I missed something? What happened between, what, are they beefing or something? I hope not. Man, you're missing out, Scrub. I'm telling you, man. Flyweight's the way it's at. Awesome. Exchange Legend. Yeah, it's fucking sick, man. Yeah, actually, honestly, I love that whole quadrilogy. Just go watch that. Honestly, I think watch the first fight's probably the best. But in terms of heartwarming, the second one, I mean, they're all great, man. Honestly, those two, first and currently only quadrilogy in UFC history. Iconic rivalry. Bob Sapp won 2 times again. Ernesto has the heavyweight champion kickboxer. So was Ernesto that moved on to eliminators. That's because he was injured. Yes, I mean, that's before my time. I know a little bit about Bob Sapp, but I don't want to, my knowledge of that era is quite, sporadic. What happened with Figueiredo? He's just old, man. I mean, Moreno got the better of him, and then he's moved up to, he's fighting this week. This week coming. He's fighting on Saturday against Rob Font. I actually like him. He's moving up to bantamweight. I like him in that fight. I think he's got the power to put Rob Font away, so we'll look forward to it. Whether he fights for a title, different story. I don't think he will. He's too old for that, but I think he beats Rob Font. Very excited. I think he should have moved up to bantamweight a long time ago. I think his size advantage, he's massive for flyweight. He was killing himself to make 125 as is. No, he does fight. Yeah, man. And that's on a fucking fight night. That's a pay-per-view fight for me. I love it. Yeah, I like him a lot in that pick though. So we'll see. It's two good strikers. Tyson went interim title win, and Henry said he shouldn't be crying. Oh yes, I saw that. He said it's basically the same as Henry currently qualifies for the Olympics. Henry got offended. No, yeah, no, I think DC's right. And like, what the fuck do you want him to do? You've been, yeah, exactly. He's been said you've been coached your whole life to for that. So getting that is, yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. No, I agree. I agree with DC. I think Henry's in the wrong for that. How do you watch UFC in the UK? It's expensive. We're quite. So the trade off is we get as part of a subscription with other sports on TNT Sports. It used to be called BT Sports, so we don't have to pay for pay per views unless they do. Sometimes when Conor McGregor's fighting, we have to pay a pay per view, and even then it's only like £20. Or like Leon Edwards is fighting, it'll be like £20 as well. But generally speaking, we get it all as part of a subscription for a monthly subscription. So then we have like ESPN Plus, except we just get everything. So we get all of the UFC fights. So we don't have to pay for pay-per-views, which is nice. But the trade-off is we do have to stay up to 6 a.m. once a month or more, for some fight nights. So, I don't mind it. I'm used to it. I'm pretty good at it, so it doesn't bother me. Once you do enough pay-per-views, you just think all you need is a coffee and you're good to go. Funny thing is, Henry was kind of an interim title fight. This kid just fight with Aljo. Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Is it since you meant? Yeah, I know. I like Henry though. I think generally Henry's hard pressed to find Henry having a bad take. YouTube boxing esports. Yeah, I'm not YouTube boxing. I'm kind of done with these days. Never really been big on esports as much as I love video games. Really, we're gonna stay out for 296. Oh, you got it, man. It's Leon Colby. You got to stay up for it, man. I'm telling you. I don't know if you drink coffee, bro. That's the secret sauce, man. Just get a bit of a caffeine hit with you. You're good. $5.99 a month. Are you kidding me, bro? You got it better than we do. That's fucking good. Everything. That's pretty nice, man. I mean, I know in India, some of the guys, Ivan, I think you mentioned it, right? Or was it Reply Bait? He mentioned it. You get it. It's like a couple quid. It's nothing. In India, yeah. Henry tweet about Sean's wife was wild as fuck. Henry always comes out with the crazy shit, man. Pay-views included. That's nice, man. Yeah, they do kind of stiff us. They make us pay for the Conor McGregor ones sometimes, but I buy my room. Yeah, honestly, I'll take it though. It's beats paying fucking $70 or whatever it is every fucking month. Fuck that. College the following Monday makes decisions difficult. Mate, it ain't nothing. It's only a Sunday. It's you just recover on the Sunday and then you're right back in there for the Monday. All part of the game, man. Nothing like watching a UFC event live. There never is, man. You're missing out. I'll probably do a watch along for it as well. So, you can look forward to that. A lot of people actually pay the pay in America. It's crazy, isn't it? It's only like 50 quid. I don't think. Oh no, they probably will make us pay for the 300. I don't know. Who knows? Normally they're pretty good with it, but yeah, they probably would make us pay for 300. But also, I did Volgo knock the fuck out. Yeah, but that was an early one. You didn't really have to stay up for that. It was on at a normal time. Equatorian. I wasn't you. I swear it was you. I think you made it. You must have joked when you said you were from India because I remember you saying that. Yeah, you are joking. I was gonna say. Yeah, Reply definitely mentioned it. I know Reply is though. He mentioned something about it being really cheap. Portuguese, yeah, Portugal's nice, man. Nice place to be. Nice weather, bro. Unlike here in the UK. Yeah, I mean, for me, there's nothing beats a live MMA event, man. Live paper, like a pay-per-view MMA event. Just staying up for that live is something about it. I love the spectacle. It never gets old. Most want to visit and can't say Peckham because that's cheating. Oh no, I have no desire to go there. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm fortunate enough I've traveled quite a bit. I love to go to New Zealand. That's one place I've never been. I'd love to. Beautiful place. Beautiful people, beautiful culture. Beautiful mountains too. Yeah, that'd be awesome. UFC night with friends. Yeah, I wish I could watch it with more people, but I just don't have a lot of mates who are into it, But I don't really. I quite like watching it by myself anyway. There's a nice sort of vibe you get with that. So I don't know. But you're right. UFC nights with friends would be fucking sick. UFC only going. Yeah, not. I mean, in Europe. I mean, it's talking about just where they are in Europe. There's in the UK. They've done UK, France. I know they've done Sweden. They've done Stockholm. Forgive me off the top of my head. I know they've done a few more. I think they've done one in Germany, maybe once or twice. But Mountain is biggest thing around here is a speed bump. Well, where are you from? Must be pretty flat. Oh, you're from Netherlands? Yeah, sorry, of course. My bad. Yeah, yeah. No, I actually went to Amsterdam not that long ago. Because my brother was doing a placement out there, so I went out and visited him. It was fucking awesome. Beautiful place. Yeah, very flat though. You're right. Yeah, they did Moscow. Did they? How long ago was that? What else did they do? When's the last time? Have they done a Spain? It would have been a long time ago because I don't remember them doing any of them. Obviously, they've done the France events are awesome, so I hope they go back there again. I can't believe they missed the boat on UFC Africa, man. Crazy. Such a missed opportunity. I mean, you pick Lagos maybe and just do it there. Big missed opportunity. Crazy. 3 African champs and they didn't fucking do it. Nutty. Missed the boat on it now. That's how fast things change in this game. Why? I didn't ignore it, did I? What did you say? I didn't. I don't see what the Peckham thing. I saw that. I said. I didn't see a would. I don't see a would you rather though. I didn't show up. There's nothing in the chat to indicate that. So please do repeat, bro. I mean, where else have they done? In Europe. I'm talking about Europe specifically. I tell you what would be cool. I know it's random, but an Iceland event just would be sick. Think they're going to delete women's MMA? No, they're not. And I don't want them to. The thing is, I know women's MMA is a bit of a laughing stock because the standard's not as good. And there's no shame in saying that because it's not, because it's not been around as longer. But you need to push these things like this. You need to push it. And UFC to their credit, do a really good job of doing that. And people like Ronda Rousey are very, responsible for that as well. But you need to push it because it all trickles down, because you're going to get people in the next generation coming through, learning MMA from since they're kids, and the standard will just go up dramatically, and we'll see that in the next 10 years. Just watch the women's sport develop massively. So I'm very excited to see where it goes. So you need to do these things like this. I don't want them to leave, no. And I don't think they will. Remember McGregor was half hanging the belly down? Yeah, I do remember that. He said a lot of shit, man. McGregor says a lot, This is in a Chesney suit? No, mate. Too politically conflicted right now. I don't think they're going to do that at all. No way. Did you say Chetnia or Chesney? I don't know what the difference is. It'd be cool if they did an event if Czech Republic. That'd be fucking cool. Like, mate, do a UFC Prague. That'd be fucking sick. I'd love that. Beautiful city. Be awesome to do an event there. I know they're doing the Vegas Sphere soon. That's cool. I think that's a cool idea. Fuck it. I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure that I just want them to get creative with the light show, You ever taste McGregor whiskey? No, man. I don't drink, man. I stopped drinking. I mean, I never drank huge amounts anyway. I wasn't like an alcoholic or anything. I just don't really like alcohol enough to really drink it, so I just cut it out entirely. But it's been about nearly 6 months since my last drink. But no, I haven't. I don't really like whiskey anyway. I think it tastes pretty sharp. Then again, I've never had good whiskey, so. Right, that's a few more. I'm gonna head off. It's fucking. I had an early one today. Actually got a good time. Started on with some script writing, and then yeah, we did the podcast. So. I appreciate you guys, though. I mean, you know that, but I say it all the time. Monaco, oh, it's a great shout. Do they have an arena in Monaco though? It's too small. I've been there. I don't remember. Maybe they don't have an arena. No, just naming places that would be convenient for time zones. Yeah, definitely not. No, but you're right though. A Monaco event would be awesome. Maybe we could have entered the Floyd's heavy was more skilled than Floyd was freed was cringe, by the way. I mean, the whole event was crazy. Floyd was. I mean, McGregor knew he was going to lose that fight. Let's not get it twisted, but I think he didn't give a fuck. He chased the bag. Worked for him, man. Old picture on the wife's Instagram. They're happy family on holiday together. Later, the ex-husband Ian, Garry in that order. Thoughts, man. it is what it is. I think it's all blown out of proportion. We touched on this earlier. I think it's just a case of people not liking Ian Garry and trying to find any excuse to blow it out. You know, it's a little bit weird, all the ex-husband stuff, but a lot of it's not true, you know. But it's whatever. I only really care about how Ian handles himself in the fight game rather than his personal life personally. So it's blown out of proportion because people are looking for an excuse to hate, which is it's the MMA community, man. I don't expect anything less. I'm not surprised in the slightest. Doesn't help guys like MMA Guru be really pressing it as well. Like, it's funny as the book thing that came out was. Like, it clearly is just a bit blown out of proportion as well. It is still funny, to be fair. So I think you can make jokes about it, but when it gets serious, that's when it's like, yeah. Floyd looks scared. Nah, yeah. Well, he not in the cage, not in the ring. He didn't, did he? Honestly, the only guy that say to Floyd in a real fight, I can kill you. Yeah, he can, because he would. Yeah. Then I talk back. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not surprised by that. Floyd Mayweather can't even read, so don't stir up shit unnecessarily. Really, nah. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, in the Ian Garry thing? Yeah, a little bit. But it's Sean Strickland, bro. And Ian Garry didn't help himself by threatening to sue. That was an L for him, man. Oh, book of satire. Yeah, no, exactly. And it is, though. I know people saying, oh, it's a cop-out, but it clearly is. She actually, to her credit, went on Instagram, I think, was it today or something, and did a bit of a context thing, which made sense. But, yeah, again, threatening to sue, that is an L for me on Ian's part, I have to say. But I understand his frustrations, though, because a lot of lies and just shit being thrown around and unsubstantiated bullshit. It would piss me off as well. So I understand. Maybe it's the end of his fuse, but at the same time, he talks a big game, you know? And I get it's a bit of a showmanship, but he talks a big game, so you have to be able to take it as much as you can dish it out. Anyway, guys, on that, I am going to jump off. Sorry if I know there's a flux of new people just jumping in, which is, I do apologize. Like J Music, I don't recognize you before. I appreciate you being here. But yeah, he's young and hungry. Exactly, man. Yeah. And Jack as well. Good to see you as well, man. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I'll be streaming whenever I feel like streaming over the next couple of days. I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll be on. Well, I mean, it'll be around this time, 10 p.m. UK time, so something like that. But we're gonna start on the video next week. MMA Awards video coming at the end of the year. We got a lot of cool stuff planned, man. You watched the Ian Garry video? I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you liked it. Again, you'll know I didn't want to touch into the personal stuff too much. But I'm glad you liked it. Go watch the Pereira one if you hadn't. That one's a lot better, personally, just from my personal thoughts. But I'm glad you liked it, man. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you joining by the stream. All of you guys as well. I hope you have a good night, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're at. I'll see you soon. See you later. Oh, shit. I can't see my end stream button. There it is.